Hello and welcome to Bits and Banter. The match just got over. I'm sure all of you watched it. Humdinger as always and crazy match. So, Bala, why is that? Why is it that India-Pakistan matches are always like this, man?
First of
What are
all,
you?
allow me to preen with my blue man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sir, that's because I didn't have a bath for 2 days, man. From the last time I'm wearing
Okay,
this
let's not
only.
get there. It's too stinky.
Yeah.
But India-Pakistan matches, it is not necessarily always an humdinger. Today it was an humdinger. It went right up to the last ball because, all kinds of crazy things happened in the last over. But remember the previous T20 World Cup match between India and Pakistan, it was totally one-sided and India lost. But it is
Yeah.
always, in our mind, it's always a humdinger because the passions run high as it did today.
Correct.
So,
Yeah.
but how
So
do you
one
sum up
thing.
today's match, Raj?
Before summing up, I found it very funny that yesterday we saw a match where the Kiwis came back and defeated
Australia.
Australia, who had beaten the Kiwis to win the cup. Right. In this
Yeah.
case, Pakistan had won
Yes.
last time. So Rohit Sharma was opening the batting. He was facing. This time he sent Rahul. Hey, Baba, you take care of
Yeah.
really. I'll come the other side. Anyway, jokes apart. I feel that this was a match of mixed fortunes as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Both the teams let go of opportunities. Both the teams played below par in my mind, at least.
Yeah.
It was a bit of a seesaw, which really was didn't do justice to both
The
the teams. To
fireworks have
me,
started. I don't know whether it is for Diwali or for the Indian victory. I don't know. I can hear fireworks
yeah,
all around. But I was very
yeah,
impressed with the way, mentally, Indians were strong because they were around 38 for 4 at one point. See, and you
yeah,
had around, you had more than 70, more than 120 runs to get. And they managed
yeah.
to do it. And your main man was Virat Kohli. So,
Yes,
some of those, troubling boxes have been ticked.
yeah.
So
So
I was very
I'll
happy.
just say, yeah, I will still say the one thing which will tell me Virat Kohli is truly back. I'll wait for that. I'm sure it's just around the corner. We have been saying this for quite some time. Is that inside out shot he hits over cover in T20s and ODIs.
That's
That
the
is
real
the
test.
real Virat
Testament to
Kohli.
whether
So
he is in form or not. Yeah,
today
you
he
know it.
hit at least two or three shots which didn't get to the boundary. So
It's
you
one of
still
those things.
feel
Yeah,
he's a
you're right.
little,
You are right.
he still feel a
Because
little iffy.
with Sachin Tendulkar, when his straight drive comes off, he's right there in the zone.
Yeah, today he is there. Yeah,
Yeah, same with
yeah,
Virat, but
yeah,
the man is ready to slog it. Ready to put
yeah.
ready to slog it out. Slog it out, not in a very
Yes,
literal sense. He's ready for the hard grind, which is very good.
yes,
And the Indian
yeah.
team showed a plenty of heart. But before we get to the batting part, how do you sum up the bowling? Because 160
So
was,
again, yeah,
yeah, go
again,
ahead.
I'll say I was damn thrilled with the way Arshdeep came back strongly because
Yes,
last time these two
he was painted
teams
the
met,
villain.
yeah, just because the guy dropped a catch, which
Catch
happens every time,
every
doesn't
time.
matter. But today he proved that he is a bowler who can actually take wickets up front. Although I found it a little bit weird that we actually had both the swing bowlers, neither of them completing their 4 overs up front. Because imagine a scenario if they had taken one more wicket, the ball was swinging up front. After two, if they had taken one more wicket, I don't know what would have happened, but I'm just assuming that things would have been different. Number one. Number two, somewhere I think the narrative also took its toll on the captain and team. I feel. I mean, I might be completely wrong. We don't know what is
Yeah.
happening inside.
See, the other
See, they
part
say
is
no.
I want to pick your mind or brains on is about the use of spinners. They bowled Akshar 1 over, which on a bad day could have
It was
proved
almost
costly
over.
because
Yeah.
so I don't know why they didn't bowl Ashwin through because he was bowling okay. He bowled 3 overs. Not for plenty. In the context of the things,
Yeah.
he didn't go for plenty.
To take away that six, he didn't. He went for I think under 5 runs alone, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
that 6 alone.
So yeah, take that six away. He went for under 5, and I just wanted to make one point. See, this narrative of two Pakistani openers winning the maximum matches. I mean, they showed a statistic which said that these openers have actually won 50 or scored maximum runs in 50% of the innings that they have played since 2019 or
That has
20
come
or
back to
something like that.
bite them at the back because the
Yeah,
two openers
yeah,
failed and they didn't put up a big score, which at least a score
yeah,
that was not too daunting for India. So
yeah,
India,
and
despite
then
those
yeah.
all those hiccups, did manage to get across the line.
And Shan Masood was just not getting out. I mean, he was trying his best, right? He tried to get run out
just
once.
to cut him some slack, he had some kind of a concussion. So
Yeah.
during the practice, so one of those
Yes.
things. See, bowling, I thought it was okay. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, 160 is par. So I think our
Wow.
bowlers
Yeah.
did well considering all those things. I mean, batting, Rohit Sharma's form is something we need to talk about. I mean, let's not
The
just
first two. Yeah.
on the merit
Yeah.
of this match alone. Over a period of time, Rohit Sharma, KL Rahul. So those, I mean, KL Rahul, Rohit Sharma, they are all very
So,
good talent, but still.
so here is the thing. Here is the thing. The last time we toured, and not just the last time, for the last 3-4 years, we have been saying in white ball cricket that we are top heavy. But then we were scoring runs. Now the problem is we are top heavy, but we are not scoring runs. This time Kohli made a break, so he did score runs. So I'm just hoping that it sort of sets itself up
Yeah,
properly.
because Surya
But
Kumar
you have a
Yadav,
point.
obviously, he is in very good form, though he didn't
Yeah,
score much today, but he is in very good. Hardik Pandya is doing well. So
yeah.
another plus. So Dinesh
So I
Karthik
would
down the
say,
line, he's
yeah,
always good.
I would say one thing. I would say that I mean, like we said in the precursor or preview of the T20. I mean, the fact of the matter is that bowling onto the chest. If you notice, Kohli's two shots which stood out today for me were in the last but one over, which Harris Rauf bowled. The fifth
Harris.
ball, it was high on his chest. He moved back and hit it back
That was a
down the
excellent
line.
shot.
Terrific
Excellent
shot.
shot.
And the
Excellent shot.
second one, he just moved into the line and actually that is a Rohit Sharma special. If you think about it, just flicked it beyond the boundary. These
Yeah.
two shots showed that our man is actually started to play the ball, not the bowlers. So somewhere I felt he was making that mistake or whatever. When you are not in form, you do that, right?
Your mind is cluttered. You do all strange kind of things. But
Yes.
India winning through Kohli is certainly a happy augury because you
Yes,
have,
yes, definitely.
Overall, I would say you had a great match. The match ended in the last ball, so you couldn't have asked for anything better. And purely from an India's perspective, we had the Indian team winning. So forget all about jingoism. Let's just enjoy the simple victory.
Yeah, actually, I'd like to correct you. We didn't even win out the last ball. That was a wide, where Ashwin actually moved in front and got one free run.
The score was tight with that wide.
I'm just kidding. So I'm saying that. So when we
but
say
that was also
we won out
smart
the
thinking
last,
because the bowler was thinking that Ashwin has come down the wicket. Ashwin didn't do that. He was, that was pretty
being
smart.
a spinner, he does that all the time, right? He and
He's
Dhoni
mentally
have
very
done
strong.
so much. See, think of the times Bala, Ashwin and Dhoni did this in CSK. If you think back, so many instances where they would have this communication eye to eye, aankhon mein ishara, and then he'll bowl it down the line and Dhoni will knock the stumps off. So our man is very good at that. I'm sure he wouldn't have actually gone for that. So, anyways, I agree with you. I think it augurs well. It's a good start. So we have two teams coming back from last year's disappointment and winning their first matches. So
in the case of India, two disappointments: Asia Cup disappointment and the last World Cup disappointment.
World Cup. So I'm only going World Cup to World Cup, which we discussed. Why have a World Cup this year? But then, that's a different story.
This is one of those things. But anyway, see, I was speaking to one of my neighbors. He was saying, if India wins against Pakistan, I wouldn't mind even if they lose the World Cup. That is a sentiment, popular sentiment.
Yeah, I say that has been there for ages. But
that's one of the. That is how we got along several of our World Cup losses because
I'll just leave this with one thing here, Bala. One final thought that I have from my side is, I find that the players, although they don't meet each other in IPL, they don't play each other in IPL, they seem to have a rapport. Somehow today you could actually see the players talking to each other, having chats, having fun with each other. So I was watching.
You mean to say India and Pakistan players?
India-Pakistan players.
Yeah, they are pretty friendly.
Yeah.
The needle is only between the fans, man.
Yeah. So that I would say, just for their sake, I think, maybe, I don't know. We are not anybody to sit on judgment on what should be done, what shouldn't be done. But I still
make
feel
all
that
kinds of judgment and eventually say this. That's the hallmark of journalists.
Unfortunately, that is the situation. See, today, it is not something which we can do. Today, I feel that there is nothing wrong in this. Having cricketing relationship between two countries which maybe don't talk to each other otherwise. And at the end of the day,
Let's
till
not
you
get into
talk,
politics,
you,
man.
you don't change anything. That's all I'll say. Eventually, that's what it is. So, final thoughts, Bala. Where do you think this team is? Because we have 4 guys who didn't play today. They are sitting there.
Yeah, but
Harshal Patel is there. Rishabh Pant is there. Where do you see this going?
I mean, India is, I mean, especially after this win, you will certainly put India among the top 4 to make the semifinals. I mean, as they say, after semifinals, it's anybody's game. So India are one of the favorites from this group to make it. Even without this match, they were already favorites. After this match, it kind of confirms it.
Yeah, so you have how many? See, you have, I mean, the key matches I think would be against South Africa, right?
Yeah, I mean, it all depends upon Pakistan versus South Africa. If Pakistan, South Africa, whichever team wins, it will be between India and that team.
Okay.
Which will go, I mean, in my reckoning. But you never know, because South Africa is still a tough team for India to beat.
Yeah, so you have Zimbabwe, Bangladesh, South Africa in our group. Yeah. Pakistan, we are done. We have taken 2 points. So South Africa, I mean, on their day, Zimbabwe, Bangladesh are also pretty decent teams.
Especially Bangladesh.
Yeah, and then South Africa is there. So need to figure out.
Yeah,
so,
but
I think on that note,
but having won the first match, we have taken the first step, which is always good.
Yeah. So I think the screen shows "Come the Har, Come the Man." So on that note, I think we'll wind up and say thank you to everybody. Wishing all of you a happy Diwali, and we'll see you soon with the next match.
Let the fireworks continue.
Yeah, there I would say avoid the fireworks, eat sweets here. You and I are known for that, right?
I mean, fireworks once in a while, okay, man. If not for Diwali, at least for the victory.
Okay. On that note, bye.
Bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Thanks, Raj.